I think. Hopefully
We're live. I was muted.
we're gonna find out in about 30 seconds when our friends in chat tell us.
Holy shit! Let me get the chat up.
Damn you, YouTube! Ooh. No, it might have been my fault. Probably was my fault.
There's there's a problem on Gizzard's side.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to Fog Life. Living that fog life. I was not living the spork life about 2 minutes ago because the spork life is free of frustration. Anyway,
Ooh,
glad that everybody could join us this evening. We have a very special guest tonight, who you will probably be able to guess.
ooh.
Anyway, LIFA, how are you? How was your week?
I'm good. I'm doing good. And the person that we're talking about is being covered up by our Fog Life logo. So
Oh, maybe they probably can read through it. Maybe
maybe
not.
it's all right. My week was all right. It was very busy, and at points very stressful. And then I had to drive 4 hours to get the kids and bring them back today because they got let out early because of heat.
Yeah.
September 22nd, and let out early because of heat.
Yeah, my day was ruined today because of heat because I wanted to go on a killer bike ride. It's supposed to be gorgeous out, but no, it's 90 and sweaty and 75% humidity.
And
So,
and, and let
it,
me tell you, everybody, if Gizzard doesn't get his bike ride, Friday shows are going to be very stressful. And that coffee mug probably has Jameson in it right now.
I wish. So, I want to welcome a few people. I saw that Jennifer's out there, Miss Coleman.
She's awesome. No other words to describe her, but awesome.
Who else is out there? We got Robert Cromwell. We have Jesse Strucker. We have Wes Cockring. Alan Gorby. Cheryl Owens is here. And Philip Hicks. And Dutch Vapor. Hi, Dutch Vapor. Fresh is here.
Hey,
Or,
Fresh.
or was here.
There's Cheryl Owens. Um, I think that's the person I need to explain a little bit. I sent out a message earlier. She won the Not Blowing Smoke T-shirt, and I was going
Ah,
to put in a whole bunch of e-liquid with it.
huh?
It got packaged up. It got put into the car yesterday to go to the post office, and I
Yeah.
realized I was in there. And with 90-degree heat and sun, I don't feel safe sending out that extra e-liquid bottles I was in. So I'm packaging them up. That way it'll be out on Monday, and you'll have a priority shipping number on there.
All
So
right. Well, thanks for that update. Uh,
public apology right
Tommy
there.
Vapors is out in chat. Alan Gorby, Brian Enoch. Who else? JBC, I said. Yeah, there's a few people out watching us, and I appreciate everybody that took the time to come by and enjoy our little show. Mark Sr., he was here. I don't know if he's still here, but hi, Mark. Yeah. So, LIFA,
Yeah.
what's new? Anything new
Um,
in the advocacy world?
New in the advocacy world, everybody's trying to fuck us over with either a flavor ban or taxes, and everything's on the local area. So you need to be sticking to that VTA website and watching it like a hawk. Because and the Plain Smoke is trying to help us as much as they can, but the VTA site will tell you everything in your state. I just check it every time I look up. Thankfully, I got noticed that a whole bunch of the Iowa stuff did not get passed. We did not go from 18 to 21. We did not get any indoor vaping bans. We did not get a public vaping ban, which they were posting hard for like parks. The 25-foot radius to buildings is still in effect,
Mm-hmm.
but at least we can still go to a park and not be obnoxious and still vape.
Yeah.
That means smoke. You can still go to a park and smoke too, but
in Minnesota, we already have had indoor smoking bans for several years now, and that applies to vaping as well. So, you know, there's no smoking in bars and vaping in bars and other public places and theaters and shopping malls, and any public place is pretty much off limits.
Can we vape at Meskwaki?
In Milwaukee?
Meskwaki, the casino.
Meskwaki? I've never heard of that one. That one must be close.
Really?
Is that one close to the Iowa border?
It's well, kind of is before you hit the Twin Cities on 35, like around the Shakopee area.
Yeah. No, that's Mystic Lake.
It's Mystic Lake now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Mystic Lake, Meskwaki's in Tama, Mystic Lake's in. Yeah.
All right.
So can we still vape in Mystic Lake?
I haven't been out there in a long time, but that's sovereign nation land, so that's the Ojibwe. So it's probably
sovereign nation land that they're the claim to fame is spotlights going straight up into the air,
like
making
a teepee. Yeah, and they always have a hell of a 4th of July fireworks show. Holy crap! Of course, they got a lot of money. So they put on a heck of a fireworks show too. They also get good bands out there too. It's surprising the bands that come through out there too.
Yeah.
Some pretty famous people that don't do stadium shows anymore end up. I think they're on the Indian Casino tour. But I think the last big band I saw out there was Blue Oyster Cult. That was pretty crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So. Well, I say we bring on our guest.
Yeah, let's
come on in here. I'd like everyone to give a warm welcome to Tommy Vapors.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and thank you, Gizz and LIFA, for inviting me on.
Hey, welcome.
Glad you could make it. It's awesome. Awesome to have you here.
It's a little early for
a little early for me.
Yes,
it is.
Early. I had to beg him.
I do have a couple complaints, though. Okay, before we start off.
Okay.
When me and you were negotiating for me to come on, you told me that I was going to be in the green room. There was a couple things I had mentioned that I wanted Crystal Rock spring water, and I got orange M&Ms. And I got and orange M&Ms, and then I also wanted a nice ensuite off the room so I could, refresh myself and everything. And I go in there, and you only put little fur onto the little padded seat.
Right.
And you left me a little Andes mint and 2 wipes.
I did turn the bidet up at your request, though.
Thank you. Now, when do I expect the check, though? That was going to be my next question. And we're not going to have any problems with the cashing or anything, right?
No, the check is coming from Phil Pissardo, so
okay.
It's good. It'll be good as gold.
All right.
And you said $20, right?
Yeah, $20 is $20.
All right. Oh, so how was your week? I know you've had some rough weeks lately. I hope this week was a little better for you.
I was able to get back to work by Tuesday, so that's going to be hell to get caught back up onto now. But the wife is starting to turn to, get around a little bit. I actually took her off for a ride today, so that was pretty cool. Right. And there's stairs. The only way to get into the house and get out of the house is stairs. No matter what, I mean, all 3 exits. It's a single family house, but I'm up on top and everything's on stairs. So she made it down those stairs on her own power and made it up those stairs. God bless her. We still got another, 7-8 weeks to go before we really, everything is good, but it looks good.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that because I know that you've been going through some personal trauma lately, and that's never fun. That's for sure.
So did she get that in titanium? This is just a question.
Yes, it is titanium.
So what have been your precautions that you've been taking yourself so she doesn't think she's Superwoman and knees you in the nuts with a titanium knee?
I have gotten myself a mask, one of those ones that you can only just force the food through a straw to get into. So this way here, that's one of the things that when she's actually, now that she's out and about, I have to start wearing around the house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was just worried because titanium knee, that could hurt.
Yes, absolutely. She's been talking about starting up wrestling or something.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to move into the inquisitive side of the show here. Most people know who that are watching this probably know who Tommy is, but Tommy's been a reviewer for quite a few years, 4 years maybe.
Yep.
So
4 years.
He's been doing it for, and I guess my first question is, what inspired you to do reviews?
Well, I kind of had it laid into my lap because what had happened was me and a few other family members and a few friends, we were all trying to quit. I mean, we tried everything from, and many people have known, tried the patch, we tried the gum, we tried hypnosis, we tried the Chantix. Chantix almost made me jump out this main window here. All right, and that's 3 floors up. It was just, and we all seem to have that same problem. Everything that we tried, it always made us fail and made us actually go back to wanting to smoking more. So we became our own little support system. And then we all just started buying different devices, and we would go on into, it's not Zoom, it was the Yahoo one where we could go in and talk to one another. A lot of the Chinese people still use it. I can't think of the name of it. Skype. And we would Skype one another, and we would talk about the different devices and how we were working with them and whatnot. Well, after a while, they started just sending the devices to me. And one of them actually had filmed it and put it out onto YouTube, under their channel. Well, all of a sudden, it started getting hits. So they were like, well, why don't you start doing that to make it easier? And then we can just watch it at our own convenience. And that's really how the whole thing started with me starting to do reviews is they would send me product. I would buy my product, and they would, either or. And then once I reviewed it, I would send it back to them. And that's how it actually started. My very first big-time reviewer still was Candy McCain. I mean, to me, I had 6 people that were, subbed to me, and Candy subbed to me. I thought that was one of the most awesome things at the time, And then, like I said, it just kind of grew from there, and we still all join one another. I make e-liquids for them. They send me their concentrates, and they tell me what they want. Most of the time, it's usually a strawberry or a custard or, something that's pretty common and pretty easy. And so they just send me their concentrates. I mix it for them, and then I send it back to them, and everybody's happy. So
cool. Well, I've been watching your reviews for quite some time, and I've been subbed to you probably for back at least 2 years, 3 years maybe.
Yep. And you actually won a Steam Crave. I forget which one it was. It was one of their first ones there. You won an atomizer from me.
Yeah, an aromamizer, I think.
Aromamizer. That was the name of it.
That thing's almost like a mouth-to-lung thing.
Yeah.
It's in the retired tackle box. But I thank you for it.
Oh, absolutely.
It actually was. I remember the first time I wicked that thing, I'm like, God, this thing's got the best flavor of anything I've ever tried. It had really...
But at that time, it really was a good flavor atomizer.
Yeah.
Just the way it had that swirl around into there, and it's just like now where we use the concave on the inside of that. When you have that swirling effect with that, it's gonna generate more flavor because everything is just blending together before it actually comes out through your mouth hole. So
I think I need to dig it out and send it to Addie Tooney for a roto-rooter job.
Absolutely.
Was that the Steam Crave like tornado shaped one?
Yeah, it had the thing on the inside. Yep, like a corkscrew type thing.
Yeah, you could either have the glass on it that fogged up as soon as you hit the fire button, or
Yep.
you could have the stainless steel side on the outside. Yep, I bought into that one.
So I have another question for you, and that is, I want to know how you feel about clickbait on YouTube.
It falls in the same category for me as like when you see a pretty girl at a vape show or anything showing you something. That's really clickbait. I mean, you're looking at something that's going to catch your eye, but you get disappointed once you get there.
I incorporated some clickbait into my thumbnail for the show tonight, and you know, when I do it, it's more. I don't know if it's funny because I do it as a parody.
Yep.
You know, but then it still works as as clickbait. So.
Absolutely, it does.
It's like if anybody gets on my shit about doing it, oh, it's just a parody.
Yeah,
that's all, plain and simple.
And yet those circles and arrows, they do attract the eye.
Yep.
Now, what I can associate from that is it's really a parody because it's usually Gizzard Stew with this look on his, and it would have been like Tommy like this, and Gizzard going.
Are you foreshadowing? All right.
Nice.
So next question: if you had to pick one YouTuber to sit on a Ferris wheel with, who would it be?
Probably Fresh03.
Just
in all honesty,
round and round.
I would hug him like a little bear and all the way around.
It's a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. He would be a good choice because he's going to keep it positive no matter what.
And that's one of the things.
Rotation, he's still going, wee!
Absolutely. That is one thing I adore, but about Fresh is his genuinity about everything, and everything is a positive outlook. I mean, you could look at a pile of shit and he would put a spin of positivity onto it. You know what I mean? I just love that about him.
That corn in there looks tasty, though.
It does. He's eating healthy. Look at the way it's got a nice little sheen to it.
There you go.
So, I'm curious, do you have any famous relatives in the present or the past?
We are a distant cousin to, but it's not really all that famous. I would say no. Nobody really.
Oh, come on now. You were
No.
alluding.
You right there.
Second cousin, something. You were alluding to something. Now you spill it.
I would prefer not to, only because it would just lead into other things, and I would just say no.
Okay.
You're a distant cousin of Ditka. With the mustache.
Don't you notice that me and Grim have the same mustache?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
All right, Tommy, let's change it up a little bit.
All right.
What is your favorite hot beverage?
Right now, decaffeinated coffee. Because I can't have caffeinated coffee anymore. So I mean, any kind of caffeine. So my favorite hot beverage is decaffeinated coffee. I hate flavored coffees. It still has to be a coffee flavor. So.
Gotcha.
Anything as long as it's fresh.
Oh, you know it. Oh, I see what you did there.
Right. Also, speaking of your wife being out of commission for a while, so get your mind out of there. What have you found out that she does all the time for you that you miss the most now that you've been doing pretty much everything around the house?
Laundry, vacuuming, dishes. I've always done the cooking, so that doesn't change there. I've always done all the outside work, so that doesn't change. The grocery shopping, I always really done that also. So just really those three things. I mean, just general house duties. But other than that, I mean, like making bed and stuff like that, That's just a general thing that I've always done, and especially with her being on third shift, by the time I go into work at 3 o'clock in the morning, I make a bed as soon as I get out of bed. So that's just so. I mean, other than that, it's the only thing that's changed. Just those little things that she already had to give me step-by-step instructions and how she wanted them done.
Sharks or penguins, and why?
Sharks, because I just think they're the baddest fish out there. In all reality, they swim around like they're the coolest cats, but you fuck with them, they'll eat you alive, man.
Sharks eat penguins.
Yes, they do.
I guess if you look at it from that way, it'd probably be better to be a shark than a penguin. Top of the food chain and all.
That's it.
So if you were the captain of a ship, which 4 people would you take and why?
I would have to have my first mate. And do I have to name the people who would be my first mate?
You don't have to name a name unless you want to, but you can use like relation or whatever they are meant to you.
It would probably be my youngest son as my first mate, because he literally is my soul, my right arm. I mean, literally from day one, from the day he was born, everything he did mimicked pretty much everything I'd done. And so he would have to be my first choice. And then definitely my other son, because he's just got and that's only because I know that my 2 boys, and my third son that lives out in California, he's a little bit laid back differently, but these 2, they grew up with me from babies up through, so they kind of have my little mindset also. So those 2 I can trust with my life for sure. The next 2, I love my wife, but she really wouldn't do much for me. And I mean, she is my best friend. Don't get me wrong, but I'm always forward thinking of what I'm gonna need to go forward, and she would bring me backwards. So I couldn't pick her for anything for that. I would definitely have to. Oh, I have my one best friend that we grew up together, Michael, and he. If he's on there, he would have to be there, and all right, I'll keep my wife. She does keep me around and keeps me happy, so I'll keep my wife.
We get the floor.
Awesome. Tell your wife doesn't watch Fog Life.
No, she does not.
All right, so that follows up. Is this a pirate ship or a ninja ship?
Ninjas.
Fuckers.
I'm sorry. I look at a pirate and I look at a bad person. I see a ninja that's stealthy, that could kill you in an instant, but also leave you alone. And where a pirate, they're really focused. Even the pirates that are out in the seas now, they are there to steal from you, and killing you would not be an issue for them to do it. They want what they want, and they're going to take what they want.
And plus, they could roll you sushi.
Hell yeah.
If you could sit and talk with any historical figure, who would you talk to and what would you talk about?
Jimmy Carter always inspired me on many, many facets of what he did, even before he was the president and even after he was the president. He has a legacy about him. I would love to spend not just one day. I would love to spend probably a year just to be able to pick his brain, just to spend with him. He would be my one person I would.
That's a good answer. I'm a fan of that answer.
Yeah.
He's a smart fucker.
Yes.
All right. What would your spirit animal be?
Wolf.
And why?
Just knows when to howl, knows when to fight, knows when to take care of what needs to be taken care of. He is just everything about him is what is needed for survival, and there's nothing that's going to change that. You're not going to break that spirit, and that's just it's the spirit that. Let's just, how can I say, I'm lost for words at this moment, but I just love the way they just carry themselves. I mean, I know you have your packs, but they know their chain of order where they fall in that pack, and it just so it would have to be a wolf for sure.
And they can also go.
What's that?
And they can go off on their own, be a lone wolf as well.
That's
Absolutely, they could.
I have a follow-up on that. So you want to be a wolf. I'm just curious, where would you want to live?
It would have to be Midwest, somewhere out Midwest. You got enough vegetation, but you have enough wild that you could survive.
I would pick
easily.
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I was going to say the Minnesota Zoo.
No, not in a zoo.
That's the Mizzou.
You want to be able to roam around and eat bison.
There you go. Oh, speaking of bison, how do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare. Right where it's still just a nice little bit of pink into it. I love the pink.
You love the pink. So we could follow that up with you support the pink list.
Yes, I definitely support the pink list.
All right.
Pink.
We need to get more people onto that pink list.
Pink will make you think.
Absolutely, it will.
So do you like salmon? I heard it's the other pink meat.
It is the other pink meat, but I can't touch. I'm not a big fish person in itself. We were talking a little bit about that last night, and especially like with your lobsters and crabs. I'm not a bottom feeder. That's what they're eating. That's what you're eating. You're eating sludge.
That was a loaded question. We've seen you outside in your yard with Mr. Stroman. If you guys haven't seen that, you gotta watch Tommy's show that night.
I was sick for a few days on that, man. Woo! But I would do it again just to raise money to help anything. If it was to help with the people that are in from all these terrible, things that have been going on in the world, or to raise money to help raise for the community itself. I would do it again for that.
Now, funny thing you might say about that, Doc broke out that little mason jar, and it's the 6-month anniversary of when he made up that Sir Stroman.
That's right. I forgot we were supposed to do that tonight. So I will have to get with Doc, and maybe we can get this for next Friday. I'll swing that hammer again.
Gizzard says that we're out of time.
That's it for the show tonight, folks.
Bye.
What would you consider to be the perfect murder weapon?
An icicle.
Yep.
Can you explain?
Because you could stab someone and leave it there. Their body temperature alone should melt that down, and they're not going to be able to get fingerprints even unless they refreeze that in like that different kind of ice where they would have to refreeze it so immediately for them to get any kind of impression. There would be nothing left for them to find you on.
I find it a little concerning that you've thought this out in such great detail.
Oh, Tommy probably played that game a long time ago, where that was one of those great impossible questions to ask. You walk into the room, the person's got a hole in their chest, and there's nothing there except for a bowl full of water and a little trace of blood. What happened?
That's it.
Yeah. Hard or soft?
Hard all the time.
All right.
$20.
Follow that up. What makes you smile?
My wife. My kids. those two definitely make me smile, and they make me smile worth smiling every day.
Nice. What makes you feel sad?
Seeing this community implode upon itself. It really does. It's sad.
What makes you happiest about our community?
Is when we see other people sharing one another and sharing and caring. What I mean by is helping one another, but also, you know, staying with that person as their friend, whether it's just a internet friend, but just giving them that support. That is, to me, I mean, just being able to have that kind of internet buddy where you can lean on one another. That's in itself. Just if that couldn't make you happy, you're doing this for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
I love to see people succeed, and I always want to see people succeed. Even like about a month or so ago, when there was a splash of a whole bunch of people doing live videos, and then people were bickering. Well, make yourself succeed. And I said that a few different times. Set yourself up to succeed. Don't just jump into something. Look before you leap. A lot, you know, that's it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. You want to set yourself to be into such a positive area. No matter what you do, you always want to set yourself up to succeed. You don't never want to set yourself to be or fail. You want to succeed. You want to be a leader of the pack.
Top 5 e-liquids.
This one, for sure.
Yep.
This one?
Yep. This one. Sinful Apple Roll.
This one?
Yep.
Tommy and I have the same taste.
It's a fun game.
John Wayne from Uncle Junk's. It's still one of my killer ones all day, all night.
Tobacco vape?
Yeah, it's got it's a kind of a tobacco vape itself, but it's if I'm looking for a good tobacco vape, tobacco, I almost said tobacco, I think I said, but it would be VTC from
Oh yeah.
Ripe Vapes. That one there, it's a vanilla custard tobacco. Awesome. And I know Dean from Coil Vapes is working on one, but that's another one. That is one that when I'm looking for a good tobacco, because there's so many different RY4s, and I was so hung up on so many different RY4s, and everybody that makes a liquid makes an RY4. So you have such a broad spectrum. But when I got that vanilla custard tobacco from them, that was the tits. And my other favorite,
that one's pretty good too.
That one is good also. Yeah. And the last one is kind of, they're both a custard, but they're also, it is, what I was just, the other, it's a, you can only get it once in a while or in here for the custard. It's Todd's favorite altogether, number one.
Goose juice?
Yeah, no, not goose juice. The other one there.
Grant's.
Grant's, thank you.
Grant's custard?
Yes, Grant's custard. And that one I like just because of the eggy factor onto that one. Mm. That one was always another one of my staples from the day one.
That one I've never even tried. So.
And then another strawberry one. I make a lot of different strawberry ones. Strawberry's right in my wheelhouse. But there's a strawberry cream that I got from Big Lou years ago, and it was the best one. I can't find anything else like it. But that one right there, like I said, that's why I kind of split that one with that one, only because I've asked Lou to bake it, and when he does, he does. You know what I mean? But that is just another one that was just the bee's knees for me.
Favorite coil to use?
I'm pretty simple. I like just a regular Clapton. I'm happy with a Clapton. I don't, I like my flavor that I get off in it. I like the clouds I get off in it, and they're just easy and simple.
Okay.
Builds are
Go ahead.
Builds are pre-made.
I can, and I showed last night the reason why I don't build. I mean, I can build basic build, but when I want something nice, I'll go buy them, only because my fingers they lock up. And once they do, they don't let go. So I cannot hold anything for any length too long, or it stays there till it decides to unlock my fingers. So
Gotcha.
I buy those. And that's an ideal for anyone, even anybody that's just having problems with their hands like I do. And you want a good coil, there's a lot of options out there now, man. There's a lot of people that make great coils.
Yeah, there's a lot of great coil builders. I'm like,
and with that being, with that many out there, why do we have to struggle and want to struggle when you have the opportunity to you can get the best of all worlds?
Exactly.
And support maybe you're just not into coiling wire, like I enjoy making e-liquid, but I'm not. I found out a long time ago I could probably build coils. I just never really got into it. And I appreciate the artwork, the artistry of people that do that. And
absolutely.
Just rather support them in their endeavor,
Yep.
All right, so I wanted to play a little game.
Okay.
That you play all the time. It's basically word for word. You know how it works?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. Dog.
Cat. Easy.
Fur.
Rabbit.
Hate.
Donald Trump.
Pencil.
Eraser.
Skillet.
Cooking.
Soda.
Whale.
Whale.
Soap.
Soda.
Flat. I don't like soda.
Yeah.
I used to.
Sheet.
Sheets. Shingles.
He likes it rough.
Shadow.
Shadow. The darkness.
Newspaper.
Fake news.
Fetish.
Migraine.
Fetish. Midget.
Clown.
Clown. It. Charlie.
Annoying.
My cat. She can be annoying. I love her to pieces, but there's times that she just really bad.
Tiny.
Large.
Sabotage.
The vape community.
China.
The vape community.
Ohio.
Potatoes.
Okay, that right.
Famous.
Not me. Yeah, not me. Never will be.
Stain.
Shorts.
Blow.
Bull.
Taxi.
Taxi. Lots of money.
Blindfold.
Say that again.
Blindfold.
Blindfold. Mystery.
Cheese.
Swiss.
Bubble.
Some people are in it.
Giraffe.
Long tongues.
Lick.
Oh boy. Vapor. We'll just go that way.
Vinyl.
Vinyl albums.
Oh, jeez. I'm getting messages from people. I want to play this game. I want to play this game.
Fool?
Yeah.
We can't really say anybody in the community, right?
You get. It's the first thing that pops in your head. It don't matter.
All right. I'm sorry, JH.
Oh, God. Oh.
Buddha.
Belly.
Pilot.
And
Pen.
literature.
Wind.
Wind. Blows.
Pelvic.
One of my favorite general areas.
Tassel.
Two are better than one.
Sideshow.
Side boob.
Whoa.
Savage.
Me, sometimes.
Tang.
Who?
Tang what?
He said poo.
Who Tang?
I think it's Poon.
It is.
Cleto.
Christine.
Phenomena.
Every day is a new phenomenon. Really, if you think about it, it's an amazing, and it could be your best day, it could be your worst day. It's just an amazing thing every day. So every day.
Nice. Dead weight.
A couple people I work with.
I ain't naming names, but ripe.
Right? Sweet.
Moist.
Duncan Hines.
Collarbone.
I broke mine.
Me too.
Zesty.
Crackers.
It's just
Babble.
because he's in
Babble? Babble talks a lot.
Obey.
Obey? Sometimes.
Dinosaur.
My old car. She's 30 years old. Still good, but she's a dinosaur.
Pound.
Ounces.
Soft.
Hard. All day.
You're right. It's hard all the time.
Joystick.
I was born with one.
Oh, man.
Game.
Life.
Cereal.
Wheaties.
I was thinking maybe we'd get you to say life again.
Gamble.
Every day is a gamble. You can roll the dice. You could, like I said, it could be your best day, but it could be your worst day. It's a gamble.
Spicy.
Carolinas. Not the peppers, the Carolinas. There's reasons for that.
Nude.
Me off camera.
From the waist down.
I have a shirt on.
That's good.
Fog.
Every Tuesday
And Friday.
and Friday.
That was where you were going to get your extra bonus $20 if you said life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you
We
blew it.
tried feeding you answers for life over and over so we would remember what show you were on, but it's
all right, let's
we
start over.
understand.
Let's start for. I'll shut my camera off.
Villain.
Putin.
Beer.
Stout.
Coil.
Horn.
Horn.
Favorite.
Hub.
Hub. Cat.
Hybrid.
Zoo. I've been watching that. So
Smile.
Months.
month or smile.
Month smile.
It all depends on what time of the month. So month would be every 12. I mean every 12. Yeah, happens 12 times a year. And smile all the time.
Heine.
I love Heine.
Moon.
Life. There's that life again.
Propeller.
Push.
Push. I'm out.
Pirate or ninja.
Ninja.
He already said it.
I know.
He's trying to get me again.
Catch him off guard.
All right. Well, you're pretty good at that game, I have to admit. I think that's kind of fun.
It is. I love doing that, man, because you don't know what the answer is because you don't know what's coming at you. I love that.
No. And there's no wrong answer.
And that's the best part. There's no wrong answer.
All right. So, last question. Where do you think vaping is going to end up in the next 5 years?
I don't see it going away. I see big tobacco having a bigger hand in it than what it is now, but I don't see it actually physically going away. I think it's going to be more controlled by big tobacco.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you on that. They got their paws in it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. I don't want to see heat not burn.
I don't either, but unfortunately, they're taking a page from the marijuana group for that, and when that first started, they were all against that because you can't do that. No, well now you're taking that same technology and making it sound like it's something new, and it's not. It's been around, and
well, they have a product that they have been producing for 80 some years. And they have to try and replace it because it's a huge business. So,
right. Yep.
I'm sure that with the billions of dollars they also have people sitting around in think tanks strategizing. That's one thing that I don't think that people realize is, or maybe they do realize, but I think that, they're probably 5 steps ahead of us on the way that they're thinking and their long-term goals and plans.
Now, here's that devil's advocate theory that I don't want to believe. We'll see. It's the buzz out there. Maybe they gave us that extension so that they could send out little packets of things to each state to slowly trickle into their government so that the FDA doesn't have to do anything after a while.
Exactly.
We're going to slowly trickle in flavor bans, and then we're going to start taxing it at 80%. And the whole generation of people that are vaping now are going to be like, well, heck this. I'm not going to pay double for my products anymore. I'm either going to DIY, and they're hoping that 80% of the people that have to go DIY with flavors just are too lazy to do it. And then you got it down to 20%, and they could give a crap less on 20% of that.
Absolutely.
Just my thoughts. There's conspiracies out there.
It's pretty smart. Or sounds plausible to me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it is. They're not going to lose they're not going to lose their golden goose. There's no way.
No.
And it's not just big tobacco; it's pharma. It's all of our people in Congress. They're all got their hand in that. They are not going to lose their golden goose.
Yeah.
Because they need sick people so they can keep on getting their golden goose nice and shiny. And if they get people to stop smoking or ingesting bad fluid or vapor or whatever, because even if they're saying that no burn, but you're still getting direct tobacco, which is nowhere near as safe as this.
Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, it's still going to make people buy that product, because if they make each town or state is going 80%, you're taking all your competition right out. So now you're forcing people to have to use this system.
Yeah.
And with them using this system, they're still going to fail, just like they're going to smoke. So if they fail, just like if they're smoking, that means there's still going to be the same health problems. There's still going to be the same thing, so they can keep that vicious circle keep turning and going into their pockets.
Yep.
Well, and with cigarettes, you can really grow tobacco in your backyard and harvest it and roll it. I mean, they want to be in control of the whole thing.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
and then you also, if you look back in history, how many cigarette or tobacco companies there were, say 100 years ago or 80 years ago, and they've all been, condensed into 3 major companies, or
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
they have a lot of power, and they're consolidating. I think their main goal is to consolidate all this and put it all back in, Altria and Reynolds, and
Yep.
put it back in their pocket.
Yep. Because they're their biggest supporters for them, so they're going to make sure that they're taken care of.
Yep.
They want to control it.
Yep.
So, well, I thank you for coming by tonight.
Absolutely,
I will
thank you.
shout out that you are having your own show later on tonight. That's a go, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
We're good to go on for that.
Anybody
so.
that has not subscribed to Tommy, his link is below in the description, and if you have not, you should. I don't know what you're waiting for. Check him out, and we're going to do a couple of farewell things, and we'll talk to you in a little bit, Tommy.
All right, I'm gonna shut off my camera for a minute, so give me a second. I'll be right there.
All right. LIFA?
Hey, make sure you check out Gizzard Stu's channel, wherever he is, over here or there. Or I believe he's over there. He is on my
thanks,
screen,
LIFA.
since it's 2 of us. Check him out. He makes great little gadgets so you can pee off a boat, and awesome videos. Silent reviews. Check some of those out. The silent review is like one of my favorite. But yeah, he doesn't have any other giveaways going, so you'll just have to give stuff to yourself.
Okay. You never know. I would also like to shout out LIFA. If you haven't subscribed to LIFA, make sure that you do. He's quite prolific in his video production. He's been putting out quite a few every week. And of course, I'd also like to shout out Fresh03, who will be appearing on his own show in approximately half an hour on the Freaky Friends Friday Fresh Extravaganza. And again, Tommy show later on tonight. And then we're out of here. I have a special. I'd like a special guest to take us out.
All right, I'm back. So, hey everybody! I wanted to have everybody raise your vape. Let's take a vape, and why don't we all get out of here? Remember, be kind to someone today, because you never know who that person could be. It might be the person that saved your life, that could help you along your journey of life. Be good to that person. Always remember, educate, advocate, masturbate, ejaculate. Take care, everybody. Thank you, everyone. And don't forget, get off your butts and vape.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, how do I turn this off? Keep going.
Bye.
Ejaculate.
Masturbate.